My sister stole $15,000 from my dad and blamed me for it, and my dad believed her. I was 24, still living at home, not freeloading. I paid rent, covered my own bills, worked full shifts at a warehouse while taking online classes at night. My sister Chloe was 21 and barely worked. Dad never seemed to care. I came home after a double shift one Thursday night, tired, sweaty, and the second I walked in, I knew something was wrong. Dad was in the kitchen with his arms crossed. Chloe sat at the table, into her hands. He looked at me and said, "Where's the money?" $15,000 was missing from his safe. Nobody had ever touched it. I hadn't even known the exact amount inside, but Chloe looked up at me through tears and said, "I saw you go into his room before work." Here's the problem with that. I'd already clocked in before she ever woke up. The warehouse had timestamps, cameras everywhere. I tried to explain that. Dad barely let me get a word out. "You're the only one here desperate enough to steal from me." That hit harder than the accusation. He told me to get out. Not tomorrow. Right then. He shoved my clothes into trash bags while Chloe watched from the hallway. At one point, she smirked. When I dragged my bags outside, she called after me and said, "Good luck, loser." I looked at her and said, "Okay." Then I left. I slept in my car the first night, behind a grocery store parking lot. A friend let me crash on his couch the second night. Meanwhile, relatives kept texting me, "How could you steal from your own father? You should apologize." Nobody once asked if I actually did it. Then, on Sunday morning, I opened my phone and found Chloe's Instagram. She was at a designer hotel downtown. Designer bags, champagne, jewelry, fancy dinners. Every few hours, another post. The caption said, "Healing era." I almost scrolled past it. Then I noticed something sitting on the table next to the cash she was showing off. Dad's silver lighter, the one he'd carried for years. I took screenshots. Then I kept digging. Every post had timestamps. And then Chloe made a mistake that ended everything. She posted a TikTok and deleted it 20 minutes later. Too late. I'd already saved it. And the background of that video, sitting open on the hotel bed. Dad's black safe. Clear as day. Monday morning, I drove to his construction site. The second he saw me, his face went hard. "You've got some nerve showing up here." I didn't argue. I handed him a folder, printed screenshots, hotel photos with timestamps, the lighter, the cash, and then I played him the TikTok. He watched it twice without speaking. His face didn't go angry after the second watch. It went quiet. Finally, he asked, "Where did you get this?" She posted it herself. He stood there staring at the papers for a long moment. Then he quietly said, "Go home. I don't have one." He didn't answer that. That night, my phone lit up. Dad, my aunt, even Chloe. I ignored all of it until Dad finally sent one text. She admitted everything. Apparently, Chloe had racked up thousands in credit card debt and figured Dad would blame me automatically. According to Dad, she actually told him, "You always think Jake's the screw-up anyway." She burned through almost all the money in one weekend. Dad pulled from his retirement account to cover the rest. And Chloe, he threw her out the same way he threw me out. Trash bags by the front door. No defending her. No second chances. A week later, Dad came to my friend's apartment wanting to talk. He looked older than I remembered. He kept apologizing. Said he made a mistake. I told him, "No, you made a choice." Then I handed him my old house key. I wasn't going back. Last I heard, Chloe's been bouncing between friends' couches while debt collectors keep calling her phone. Dad still texts me sometimes. Asks about work, about classes. I answer once in a while. But some things don't go back to normal. They just go quiet.